Welcome to the Carols of Christmas. Each day leading up to Christmas, I talk about a particular Christmas carol, explaining some of the history and background behind the carol, and then finally I will sing a verse of it for you. Some will be familiar, some probably not, but they all point toward the true reason for the season, our Savior Jesus Christ. My name is Michael DeYoung, and today I will be talking about Of the Father's Love Begotten. This is the episode for December 14th, and the carol is Of the Father's Love Begotten. Now, this Christmas carol has a very special distinction. There's a lot of old carols out there. Many of them are hundreds of years old, but this carol is probably the oldest Christmas carol that's still sung by congregations today. You have to go all the way back to the Roman Empire to find the beginnings of this song. You have to go all the way back. Now, the Romans, the people that were in biblical times, it wasn't specifically written as a Christmas song either, though it is often used that way today, especially certain stanzas of the original text. This ancient carol is also sometimes known as Of the Father's Heart Begotten. It's based on an old Latin poem known as Corde natus by a Roman poet named Aurelius Prudentius. He was also known as the first great poet of the Latin Church, and he was a lawyer and judge. He included the work in a larger collection called Hymnus omnis ore, which means a hymn for all hours. It was a collection of 12 hymns for each of the numbered hours of the day. It was also considered what was called a fighting hymn. That meant it was written to fight against the heretical perspectives of the day. It was supposed to teach the sort of pure doctrine. It was supposed to present a well-reasoned argument about the nature of God and Jesus Christ. So remember, the author was a judge and a lawyer. And you can see this legal background in its construction. This ancient poem has been paired with a plain chant melody from medieval times called Divinum mysterium. So if you listen to it, it sounds a lot like the old plain chant like monks would do. And the basic melody has been embellished over the years. Its earliest manuscript form, when it was written down, dates all the way back to the 10th century. Versions in other languages have been appearing for hundreds of years. The most common versions sung in English today were done by John Mason Neale in 1851. The most common version sung in English today was done by John Mason Neale in 1851. He was also the person to add the refrain, evermore and evermore. So that's repeated after each verse. It was translated again into English by Rob Furley Davis in 1906. So there are different versions out there, but it's typically sung with this evermore refrain now. So I will sing you a verse of the Father's Love Begotten. Of the Father's love begotten, ere the words began to be, He is Alpha and Omega, He the source, the ending He, and the babe the world's Redeemer, first revealed His sacred face, evermore and evermore. Thank you very much for listening. Merry Christmas, and may God bless us everywhere.